Hey everyone, this is Miss Miner with our first flipped classroom lesson. Today we're going to be talking about multiplying numbers by 10 and 100. Please make sure you have your math notebook ready, and remember this is our template that we use with our math notebooks where we have our essential question. You can go ahead and write down what you think will be the answer to your essential question for today, and then also write down any problems that we discussed. If there's a key concept that you think that we have, please make sure you write that down, and also what you think it means. And if you need some extra help, please make sure you go to the pearsonsuccess.net. Use your username and password to help you with any problems that you may have. And we will talk about this more tomorrow, and bring in your notes and have any questions, comments, concerns. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first flip chart. Today our essential question is, what is the rule when you multiply by multiples of 10 and 100? So make sure you pause the tape for a second and write down this question and see if you notice any patterns or relationships between the numbers. Alright, so when you have the numbers like 3 times 4, 3 times 40, 3 times 400, do you see a pattern within these problems? Also, do you notice the basic fact that you need to find when you are going to answer these questions? So if you take a look at this one here, we have 3 times 4. Well, since we've been doing a great job with trying to work on our multiplication, 3 times 4 we know is the same as 12. So Ms. Miner is going to record my answer as 12. And then you can also underline the basic fact in all of these problems. You have 3 times 40. Well, if you find the basic fact of 3 times 4 and record your answer, then you notice we have 1, 0 because we're multiplying by 10. So you record 1, 0. So 3 times 40 is the same as 120. Then take a look at 3 times 400. Same process. 3 times 4 gives you the basic fact of 12. Now this time you need to look to see, and we have 2 zeros, and I'm going to circle my zeros so that I know in my answer, in my product, I need to write 2 zeros, and then remember you cha-cha to the left 3 times before you put your comma to separate the thousands period from the ones period. 1, 2, 3, comma. So, what do you notice about each of these problems? Well, they all have the same basic fact of 12, but instead of just writing 12 each time, we also are multiplying by 10 and hundreds. Make sure you record these problems down and then write down your answer. Do you see a pattern? How would you use the pattern to find 6 times 3,000? Same concept. If you take and underline your basic fact, that's your first step, underline your basic fact. 6 times 3 is the same as the product of 18. Now, this time, instead of multiplying by tens, hundreds, we are multiplying by thousands. So I'm going to circle all of my zeros in my number and write my 3 zeros in my product. Then what I'm going to do to separate the thousands periods from the one period is to put my comma in between. So the product of the factor 6 times 3,000 is the same as 18,000. I hope you're beginning to see a pattern here. Now it becomes a little tricky. Let's take a look at 5 times 40. Well, do the same process. Find the basic fact. 5 times 4. And we all know that 5 times 4 is the same as 20. Now we have 1 0. Well, I already have a 0 here. But this 0 goes with our basic fact. So I still need to place 1 more 0. Because it makes sense, if you count 40 5 times, or you have 5 groups of 40 in each group, you will have a total of 200. So even though it becomes a little tricky, you need to just go back and follow the steps. Find the basic fact and then add your 1 0. So how many zeros will be in the product of 5 times 200? And then explain your thoughts. Well, let's follow our steps. 5 times 2 gives us 10. So record your 10. Now, we have 2 zeros, 1, 2, and record those as well. Make sure you use your comma to separate your ones period and your thousands period. Now, how many zeros will be in that product? Well, to explain this, you need to make sure you use pictures or words to help you understand why are there 3 zeros. So, what would you say in that? Maybe as a great mathematician you would say, when you find the basic fact of 5 times 2, I have 1 0 because it's the number 10. Then I'm multiplying by hundreds, so I need to place 2 more zeros in my product. So altogether, I have 3 zeros. And finally, what I would like for you to do on your own is please try these problems. You can place them in your third column of your Avid notes of 8 times 70 is the same as what? 300 times 4 is the same as what product? 80 times 3 is the same as which product as well. Please make sure you underline your basic facts, count up how many zeros you have, and place those in your products. Once you are done with this, if you need to, make sure you go back and review the video as many times to help you understand the concept. Okay? And I'll see you tomorrow. Please make sure you have your notes and have practiced those problems.